Well, how about this for an introduction? We are thrilled this morning in our Second Cup Cafe. A man who has been in the business for 5 decades, sold more than 60 million albums worldwide. He's known for his classic hits like Breaking Up Is Hard to Do, Calendar Girl, and Laughter in the Rain. But for his latest album, he drew his inspiration close to home, from his grandchildren, and he changed the titles and the lyrics of some of his biggest hits to create Waking Up Is Hard to Do, his first foray into the children's music genre. Here to sing one of those songs for us this morning is the legendary and a good friend of ours, Neil Sedaka. Neil,
thank you. You slept all night, now it's morning time. That's the time to rise and shine. Don't you cry and don't be blue. Waking up is hard to do. Just brush your teeth and then get dressed. When you go to school, you'll look the best. Now you know it's really true that waking up is hard to do. They say that waking up is hard to do. Wear a smile and don't you be blue. Just wipe the sleep from your eyes. Instead of going back to bed, you gotta stretch and face the day. Just listen to the birdies sing and the flowers that await the spring. Rise and shine your dreamings through. Waking up is hard to do. They say that waking up is hard to do. Wear a smile and don't you be blue. Just wipe the sleep from your eyes. Instead of going back to bed, you gotta stretch and face the day. Just listen to the birdies sing and the flowers that await the spring. Rise and shine your dreamings through. Waking up is hard to do. You slept all night, now it's morning time. That's the time to rise and shine. Don't you cry and don't be blue. Waking up is hard to do. Just brush your teeth and then get dressed. When you go to school, you'll look the best. Don't you know it's really true that waking up is hard to do? Yes, it is. Waking up is hard to do. Remember that.
All right, everybody. Neil Sedaka, the legend in our studio.
You were terrific.
Neil, let's talk about the inspiration to get into the whole children's music genre. Your grandkids, and did they come to you and say, hey, Granddad, how about something for us? Or what?
Well, Papa Neil always sings in their house, and I was singing my oldies, and I came up with the idea of changing the words to some of these songs. So I have Where the Toys Are instead of Where the Boys Are.
And we're going to hear more from Neil Sedaka when we come back. Stay with us. You're watching The Early Show.
Just brush your teeth and then get dressed.
So something, I'm just curious, some of these songs, because I have to say I do this with my son all the time. I change the words to songs to fit whatever we're doing, whether it's changing a diaper or taking a bath. Had you already started doing that with your grandkids around the house?
No, I didn't. Actually, they knew the original songs, and then I thought perhaps it would be cute, and then I brought them into the studio, and the 6-year-old twins, I have 3 delicious grandchildren, the 2 girls are singing the background doo-wop vocals.
How much fun
and I had to bribe them.
Yeah.
I had to bribe them with cookies and candy because the span of attention was 2 minutes long.
Now, with some of your songs, I remember the last time you were here, we talked about some of your most famous songs. Didn't take you long at all to write. How about this? Was it any more difficult, or was this even a little easier?
This was more difficult because I was so used to Breaking Up Is Hard to Do for so many years, hearing it over and over and performing it on the stage. I had to really put my thinking cap on and feel like childlike to do it.
Well, it seems that thinking cap has worked pretty well.
What's next? I mean, what is next now? 50 years in the business.
Well,
What else? Now that you're in the children's arena
A vacation,
here,
perhaps? No.
never.
you don't rest. That's
I
what
have
I love about
a
you.
very important play coming out in London this year called Laughter in the Rain, and it is written by Philip Norman, who just wrote the John Lennon book, and it's about my life. Neil Sedaka from age 8 to age 35, and it's all of my compositions. So it's going to be a Jersey Boys,
Fantastic.
maybe, hopefully.
Well, I look forward to it.